Guys, it don't bust to our popular Nollywood actress Omotala Jalade don't finally reveal how she was almost caught up in this, popular shower job, Omotala passed through a lot. I'll leave you guys to watch this video.
I will fight you to the last of my breath. But now you are going into a topic I've
always wanted to ask about that.
I think everything I have been, positively or negatively, was solely because of that, my father's death. It affected me so much, I didn't even know how much. I didn't mourn my dad. They picked me up from school, I was just 12. Understand that I'm very close to my dad. I was an only child for a long time. And my dad and I were just, and my dad was the manager of Lagos Country Club. Now, Lagos Country Club, when it was the only club. The Korea Club was just trying to grow teeth that time. The presidents, everybody was there. So my dad was like the hip man. Yeah. And because he and I were so close, so I started rolling with people of influence from very little age. It was nothing to me because I was always with him, so I was always with them. I would sit down and my dad would tell me, cross your legs, I'll cross my legs. And then the presidents and everybody talking, I'm sitting and I'm imitating them. I'm like that, But I was like, you can be a first lady. I'm like, yeah, So this is how close he and I were and all of that. And so I went to, the first thing where he broke my heart was when he shipped me to Kaduna when I was 9. I was a child, so I didn't take it very well. I was like, why would my dad? And make no mistake, they had just given birth to my younger brothers at the time. I was 7 when they gave birth to my younger brother. And so at age 9, he ships me to Kaduna, to Command Secondary School, Kaduna. He took me there. And I remember when he was leaving, we were both crying and all of that stuff. But as a child, it's kind of affected me because I thought, so now he has other kids and I'm no more important to him. And so he left, and that's very far away. Kaduna is not like, where daddy can just come, yeah? And so I was there and all of that stuff and growing and stuff like that. And at age 12, just when I was beginning to become, this was when we were GS3, we're just about to do GSS exams and stuff like that. And I'm just coming into my own, now thinking, I have time to start spending with him. I can now start bonding with him because I'm not becoming a little lady. I'm just a teenager now, and stuff like that. And they just come and pick me up from school and say I have to go home. In those days, they'll pick you up and you have to enter Nigerian Airways, and all of that stuff. You're in the airport, you're waiting for hours. I had a long wait in the airport to think about why I'm going home. I knew somebody had died. Everybody in my school was tiptoeing. I think they told them, but they didn't tell me. The way they came and got me, pack your bags, secondary school boarding house, I knew something was wrong. And the only thing I kept saying in I think how many hours of wait for the flight was, I hope it's not my dad. In a very callous way, I was okay with it being anybody else but my dad. I don't understand, but that's just the way it was. That's the truth. And when I got to my house, I started to see the crowd on my street. I started to see the crowd. I knew, obviously, there's been a death. So going through that mental process till I got to our compound, and my house was very big. And so the compound is, and all these people, and I had to walk through it was like a movie. I had to walk through everyone. And as you're walking, everybody's turning to you. Some wailing, some looking in slow motion. I still remember the feeling. And I kept thinking, who is going to greet me first? Who am I going to strike out of the list? Then I saw my younger brothers. Then I walked up the stairs. Then I saw my mom. And I froze. Because it now dawned on me it was my dad. And so I didn't know how to react. I didn't know if it was the guilt of me thinking it shouldn't be him. I was too young to process it, or the fact that I have truly missed him now that he's dead. I won't see him again. Or that I'm angry that I didn't spend enough time with him because he didn't spend enough time with me because he shipped me up to Kaduna. I didn't know what I was feeling. And so I was just there. I was numb. I was really numb. And now that I'm older, I think I understand it, but then I didn't. So I just became emotionless. And it has affected me till this day. There's hardly anything you say to me that can almost move me. I am so confident of who I am that you're not rich. And I mean, I've said it to presidents before who have invited me. No, I don't respect you because I don't fear anybody.
Yeah.
But you said something about someone I've never even met.
Oh, you've never met Governor
I don't even know this
Jalade.
man. But I know my dad was a very strong man. My dad died when I was 12. I think everything I have been, positively or negatively, was solely because of that. I don't fear for my life, to be honest. I probably would have become a prostitute today because I was that desperate. I got to a point I said, I would rather sell my body than for anyone to take my younger brothers apart.